Good evening.
Good evening.
You know that in Toastmasters globally, there are 16,600 clubs worldwide in 143 countries globally. This is Ahmed Magdi. I'm the sergeant at arms of the club. First of all, I'd like to begin my speech with telling you the mission of Toastmasters. The mission of Toastmasters is to create positive and supportive environment in which members can develop their communication and leadership skills. To the second point, I'll tell you some of our ground rules. First of all, if you'd like to leave the meeting anytime for any reason, you can do it between the applause, between the speeches. Please keep your phone silent, turn it off. So you have 30 seconds to keep it silent, turn off your phone. We need to avoid any side talks during the speeches. We need to give our full attention to the speaker without any interruptions. And finally, we don't talk about politics, sex, and religion. Now, we will move to the next role in our meeting. This moment, we're waiting for the president. Ready? I'm trying to see where is the president. So, it's my pleasure to introduce the club president, Amr. So, give him a round of applause.
Prince Charles was with Lady Diana. Mickey Mouse was with Minnie Mouse. And Amr Diab was with anyone? Well, now he's with Dina Shirdi. Well, I am with public speaking. That wasn't the case years ago. Public speaking was like this beautiful girl that I wanted to approach, but I didn't know how. Have you ever had a crush? Yes? No? Yes? But I finally approached public speaking, and now we're having little baby speeches, making one small difference at a time. So today, I'll tell you 3 ways that you can approach public speaking and hopefully get married and live happily ever after. The first way to approach public speaking is to think of it as the message. Do you focus on yourself or the audience? Some people think, what if they think I am stupid? What if they think I'm not well dressed? What if they think I'm unqualified? We all have these questions. Instead, I encourage you to think, what if I can inspire, inform, influence some kind of change in behavior or thoughts, make a difference? See, people always, when they focus on themselves, they write a script and they memorize word for word. They think the audience cares about how they dress and how they speak and their knowledge mastery. I encourage you, instead of focusing on this, to write just an outline. No need for a full script. No need to memorize word for word. And understand that you're here for the message, not for yourself. When people come to your house, don't you tell them in Beitak, have a seat, here's some karkade, some food right here. Do you think, will they judge me? Will they look at how I dress? Or do you try to be kind to them and make them feel welcome? Exactly. The stage is your house. And the people listening are your guests. You don't need to give them karkade or mahshi, but you can give them the message. So don't focus on yourself, but focus on the people. That's what's important. The second way you can improve public speaking is to realize that you are not see-through. Let me do an experiment. I will tap a song on the window. If you recognize it, tell me what it is. A war? This is actually Tell Me Why by Backstreet Boys.
Of course.
So when Dr. Elizabeth Newton did this experiment, only 3% of the participants were able to determine the song.
Okay.
This proves that people cannot read your mind. We exaggerate the extent to which our mental state is apparent to others. So they did this experiment in the field of public speaking. They got many speakers, they made them deliver speeches, and then they asked these speakers, how nervous do you think you looked on a scale from 1 to 10? So the speaker said, oh, I looked very anxious. I looked 8 out of 10 anxious, or 10 out of 10. But then they asked the audience, how anxious did the speakers look? And they said 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. So the speakers didn't look as anxious as they think they looked. So when you stand up here, maybe you have these thoughts racing in your mind. They're judging me, I am scared, I am nervous, they can see it. They cannot see it. So don't worry about it. There might be a war out here, in here, but out there is total peace. Do you know if I'm scared right now?
Yes, you are.
Maybe I'm terrified. How would you know? How would you know, right? So you are not transparent, so don't exaggerate the extent to which your mental state is visible to others. The third way is practice. Oh, practice, we hear this word a lot. It's cliche, everyone says practice. What do I do? How do I practice? Let me tell you the story of Demosthenes. Demosthenes was 7 years old when his dad passed away. His guardians who took him in stole the family's money, and he didn't get his inheritance. He was frail and weak, so he didn't go to the gymnasium like all the other boys, and he didn't socialize with others. When he came of age, back then, because this was 2,000 years ago, if you wanted to take someone to court, like Muhtaram Masurio, he takes everyone to court. So you want to go to court, you bring a lawyer. But back then there were no lawyers. You had to speak for yourself. And he couldn't speak. He had a stuttering problem. Stutter. Exactly. But here's what he did. He went to the beach and tried to speak over the waves. So the waves were really loud. And he's trying to practice his power by speaking over the waves of the ocean. He shaved half his head and went into a cave so he could avoid seeing people and just practice public speaking. To cure his stuttering, he put stones in his mouth and he practiced giving the entire speech in one breath.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Eventually, he took his guardians to court and he got his money back. And not only that, years later, he was dubbed the voice of Athens. And he rebelled against the leader of the nation and he led a movement. The boy who stuttered. And he did all this with practice. Practice makes perfect. In fact, one academic once asked Demosthenes, what are the 3 things that I can do to improve public speaking? And he told him, practice, practice, practice. All the way.
I'm sorry for interruption.
Yeah. How?
Yes.
Yes. So you don't need to put stones in your mouth or go to the beach.
Or shave your head.
Yes, but practice is by putting yourself in situations where you speak. So today you are on the beginning of the road. And as you hear the evaluations and people's recommendations on what to do in the future, you will know what you need to practice. We'll be sharing tips today.
Being here is
a good step.
It's a very good step to practice. Yes, with extreme friendly environment.
Yes, take it from the man in the Galabaya. He knows what he's talking about.
Without being judged or something like that. Right? Without being judged.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't judge, we just tell you how you could improve, the strong points and what could improve.
Actually, most of us need support to improve the language, how to speak without any hesitating.
Of course.
Be just 2 hours patient.
Okay.
Yes. Give yourself a break to.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So today we talked about 3 things that you can do to improve your public speaking. The first was don't focus on yourself, but focus on the message. The second was you are not see-through, you are not transparent. So even if you are scared inside, you're okay outside. People cannot see. And the third thing was to practice. So before we start our meeting and proceed with the prepared speeches, I urge you to move forward and approach public speaking. She might be the beautiful girl or man that you're afraid to approach, but if you have enough confidence and you do it, you might get married, live happily ever after, and have little baby speeches. And these speeches, they might be small speeches in a small room, but they'll create a ripple effect. And people will get out of this room with new ideas, new thoughts, and they might create a big difference in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's start by introducing ourselves. So my name is Amr, and I love public speaking. I hope we don't get divorced soon. So tell me your name and something about you. Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shibli, and this is my 3rd time. I'm very happy to be here. This is about me. I'm very happy. Thank you.
I'm Rania Rena. I'm a trainer and speaker. I joined Toastmasters to be with like-minded people and to practice my speaking. Thank you.
My name is Shulgar. I'm studying at the Cairo University, invited by the department. I'm very happy to be here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Wada, and I'm a language student, and it's nice to meet you all.
Hello everyone, my name is Ella, and this is my first time here. Looking forward to improving my language.
Hi everyone, my name is Simek. Today is my first speech. Hope you check out.
Encourage it.
Everyone, and I'm Darwish. I'm a translator. I'm happy to be with you. Look forward to improving my public speaking.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashraf Yusuf. I work in this club. I try to bring as much people as I can, and I'm so happy you are all here. Thank you.
Okay. Next. Adi. Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Adia, and I love public speaking as well. Nice to meet you all.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nihar. This is my first time to join. I like to hear public speaking, and I'm coming here only to practice public speaking also.
Okay.
Very good.
My name is Louis Salawat. I'm here to improve my language. I'm always afraid to speak in front of people. So I hope I found what I'm
You're scared by But did you see it?
No.
It wasn't clear.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Saada, and I love being with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Mustafa. This is the first time here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Ahmed Mustafa. I'm a mechatronics engineer, and I have a big aim to be a public speaker to using in my career.
Hi everybody, my name is Alberto Campos. I'm a guest from MAC, and I'm from Mexico.
I'm a Gavin. This is the first time for me, and I tried to improve my
Thank you for coming.
Hello
everyone. My name is Walid Kinan. This is my second time. I'm happy to be with you here.
Hi everyone, my name is Alaa Lashin. I'm a banker and I love public speaking.
Hello everyone, my name is Hani Said and I take care of the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Hi everybody, I'm Ahmed Shalabi. I'm a master's degree student at DePaul University. Glad to be here with you guys.
Hi everybody, my name is Sharif. This is my third time and I'm really happy to appreciate what you're doing here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody, I'm Mahmoud Zakaria. This is my first time to attend.
Hi everyone, my name is Sana Mahmoud, and actually we're planning to establish a successful club like this one in a corporate, and I'm here to learn from all of you. So thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Fahad. I was curious to know how things are going here, but I think are becoming more and more.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria Hassan and this is the first time to attend here.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Reem. It's the second time to participate here.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatema. It is the first time here. I think you're gonna be much positive energy here, and it is from first time I come.
Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rani Sharawi. Actually, I'm an old member, and I'm working in tourism field as well. I'm art therapy life coach, and it's great to be here to meet new people and practice public speaking.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mag. I'm a project management consultant by day and a Toastmasters secretary of the club. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Yahya. I'm a member of Toastmasters and I'm working as a marketer. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Islam Ibn, planning manager in Dubai University. Now preparing a master's degree in Cairo, and I attended some master in Dubai before. This is the first time for me. Actually, I was following you 4 or 5 months ago, but when you are nearby to my area, then I decided to come to my area. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed. This is my first time here in Toastmasters. Very excited to be with you all, and hopefully I will get a chance to improve my public speaking.
Hello everyone, my name is Usama. I'm studying mechanical engineer. I'm happy to be with you today. It's my first time. Thanks.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mustafa Naim. I'm a mechanical engineer. It's my third time to be here, and I'm happy to be joining you.
Welcome. Ahmed is already done.
Hello everyone, my name is Ziad. I'm serving as the Vice President of Education Toastmasters. I've been a member for several years now. It's a wonderful experience for me. I will never trade the experience of Toastmasters with anything else in my life. Here I've seen a lot of people with a lot of stories. Those impacted me on a personal level and a professional level. I want to mention one quick thing. If you look around, you will have guests. You'll see guests and members. Now, please write down any questions that you have as a guest, and feel free to reach out for the members after the meeting so that they can answer any question that you have. All the best, everyone.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. My name is Yusuf. I'm a new member here. My first event as a member, and I'm working as a mobile developer. And thanks everyone. See you soon.
Charlie, introduce yourself.
Sorry. Okay. Hi, I'm a bit sick. Hi everyone. My name is Carlos Silva. I'm a Toastmaster from 3-4 years so far. I'm from Mexico. I am here teaching statistics. I'm an engineer, and I love Toastmasters, and it's my family.
Thank you. Yes, and you are?
I'm Alessandra and I'm working with Charlie. I live with him too. And I give classes in Alaska, marketing classes.
You made him late?
Oh, no! It's traffic. It's traffic. I swear.
Thank you all very much. We're now going to proceed with the meeting. I'm going to hand over the microphone to the Toastmaster of the day. She'll take you through the agenda. You're supposed to have a copy. We have a copy of the agenda? Yes. She'll take you through the agenda, and we will start with the prepared speeches. Please. Thank you.
Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, welcome to Toastmasters World Leader Journey, the only place you will find to improve your public speaking skills. I'm Rania Lila, a trainer and motivational speaker, and I'm honored to be the Toastmaster of the day. And for those who don't know about this rule is about conducting the entire meeting, from the beginning till the end, and to make sure it runs smoothly and effectively. Okay? Now, let's see. Who wants to improve his communication skills? Say aye.
Aye.
Say aye. No, please, again, just raise your hands. 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. Who wants to improve his storytelling skills? Say aye.
Aye.
Who wants to improve his leadership and communication skills? Say aye.
Aye.
Oh, great. Who wants to have fun? Say aye.
Aye.
Who wants to play games?
Aye.
Fortunately, you will all have great times here. You will play games, you will have fun, and you will improve public speaking, your communication, leadership skills, and your storytelling too. Now, please, do you have a copy of this agenda? Please confirm it. You all have a copy of this agenda?
Yes. I don't.
Okay. Okay. This agenda is divided into 3 segments. Segment number 1 is about prepared speeches. We have 40 speakers and 40 speeches, prepared speeches, each of which will last from 5 to 7 minutes. Segment 2 is about segment 2 is the funniest one. It's about table talks. The Toastmaster will come here to ask random questions for the audience, and you are allowed to come here to give impromptu speeches from a minute or 2. Segment 3 is about evaluation. We have 4 evaluators who will give the reports and feedback to the prepared speeches that have been delivered at the beginning of the meeting. Now, please welcome the general evaluator, Toastmaster Ahmed Maddi, to give more insights about the upcoming rules. Please.
Hello again, this is me, Ahmed Maddi, Sergeant at Arms. The general evaluator role is the one who's responsible for evaluating everything happening inside the meeting, starting from the setup, if we start on time or not, and also evaluating the evaluators and evaluating different roles, which I will mention right now. I have a team. I have a team of grammarian, I have a team of accountant, I have a team of timers. So for now, please welcome our grammarian. She will speak more or elaborate more about her role during the meeting. So please welcome Wala.
Good evening, everyone. Now, I want to ask you a question real quick. Imagine if Dr. King, Martin Luther King, is that his name? Yes. Imagine if he delivered his speech, the one with I have a dream, by email. Would it still have an impact in history? I think not. So this means that the whole stats of your verbal communication having only 7% of your message delivered could be right, but those 7% are actually very important. And now somebody here asked about us judging each other. You? I want to assure you that everyone here does not judge anybody except the premier. I judge everyone. I judge your language and I assess how you use the language throughout the meeting. Because those speeches and those great speakers prove to us that verbal communication should be clear and to the point. Now, I assess that throughout the meeting. My other goal is to give you one word of the day, but today we're gonna have two. And Carlos, you're not gonna understand why we chose those two words, but when Carlos comes up in the table topics, you're gonna understand more about the words. Now you're gonna see the words everywhere, I guess. We have the first word, heinous. It's an adjective that means wicked, atrocious, evil, and monstrous. So it's a very bad adjective. You can say, however heinous his crime is, he shouldn't be in jail. Or another example could be, when I forgot my anniversary, my wife said that I committed a heinous act. So that's one example. Now the other word is legitimate. And if that's the adjective, if you're gonna use the verb, it's gonna be legitimate. And am I right? Legitimate? Really? I don't know. So let's stick to the adjective. I'm great with languages. So forgot to tell you that I hate languages, but I study 3 languages. Yeah. So the definition is, it has to mean either logical or legal. So I can say my son is a legitimate son. So it means it came within a marriage from a married couple. What is that example? All right. And I can say, Carlos, I need a legitimate excuse for being late. Now this means a logical excuse. Yes? I'm just kidding. Yes, thank you all. Yeah, the speakers are going to find those 2 words. Thank you, Ahmed, for putting them up there. You're going to look at them and try to hear. Try to use the words in your speech. Now, if they used a word, we're going to do the lab clap, which is, let's try one time before I go. Let's try. Good, all right. Let's go back to Ahmed.
Thank you, Annette. Now it's time for our timer, Mr. Ashraf. Or Directly Ashraf.
So this could happen to you. You could be doing a speech in front of many people, and then one person would say, your time is up. And what would you do? You're in front of tens of people or hundreds of people, and now you're awkward, you're embarrassed, what would you do? So it's important to be on time, and this is my role. My role is I will be counting the time for each and every person who will be up here. Thank you.
Now it's the time for our accountant, Anya.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be your counter, and that's the person who counts filler words like, I just said one, okay, yani, and, or repeating words again and again, and so on, which we should try to avoid. So no matter how heinous, legitimate, or your situation is, try to avoid using filler words, and if you still do, there is no problem at all. We're here to learn. Thank you.
Thank you all. See how great team that I have. You are all great.